Okay, good morning. We're running a little bit late, so it's going to be a slightly shorter class, but also we're at the end of the mimer, so it's not the end of the world. Better to come on time, better to start on time. But yeah. Okay, we're on the bottom of page 3. So, remember from yesterday, 1 plus 1, when done in a state of hate, separation, 1 plus 1 equals 3, right? You're one entity, the other person is something else, and Hashem is not part of the picture at all. However, when there's unity amongst Jews, you have one Jew and another Jew, and they're unified, and they're loving, and they're together. 1 plus 1 equals 1, because Hashem is involved as well, and it's absolute unity. The extent that Hashem, he doesn't see the faults in himself, so to speak, meaning in the Jewish people who he is united with, which is a beautiful and fantastic thing. We're on the second to last line, line number 41, the very first word on the line. Masha Ein Kain, this is not the case. Im yesh pirud chas v'shalom b'Yisroel. If there is, God forbid, separation and disunity and unharmony amongst Jewish people, God forbid. Something you need to know, by the way, when there's lack of unity, lack of love amongst Jews, the word that we use to express this is chas v'shalom, God forbid. Important to know the sensitivities. Kol asher b'imum lo yikrov. If there's this separation amongst the Jewish people, then it says anyone who has a blemish cannot come close. V'yigrim l'maylo b'chinas pirud, and this causes above, in heaven, there should be separation. Then in heaven they look down and they see our faults. They see the faults. Especially the faults of the one who is causing this separation. Next page. Avinu kulanu ke'echad, and it says Hashem should bless us all as one together. Says that you are all beautiful, my beloved, and there's no blemish amongst you. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's a verse. When it's done properly, we have a real harmony and unity amongst each other, then it creates a unity of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, with His Shekhinah, as explained yesterday. The revelation of Hashem's infinite light with the source of the Jewish souls. To be, what is a phrase from Kabbalistic sources, to be one in one. One with one. This is the idea of what it says in the verse. You should be wholesome with Hashem, your God. Just as Hashem, your God, is wholesome with the Jewish people. So we should reflect that. I'll translate it very, very loosely. The revelation of His supernal light in the general, I don't know how to, the best way to say this, with His Shekhinah. You shall love your fellow like yourself. That just as Hashem is uniting with His Shekhinah and not seeing the faults, so you should be whole with your fellows. So I'll be very honest, when I was preparing this, I didn't really understand how to exactly explain this. The rest of the mimer we are going to put aside. We're not going to be studying it, at least not at this occasion. And tomorrow, God willing, we'll be moving on to a new mimer, or we'll see exactly what we're going to be learning. I do want to add one thing. We still have a few minutes, and there's something I wanted to add to this. As we mentioned at the beginning of this particular mimer, why we're learning the mitzvah of Ahavas Yisroel, loving a fellow Jew during this time, during the 3 weeks. Now we're in the middle of the 9 days already. Time of the destruction of our temple. It's going to be coming up on Tisha B'Av. The Rebbe has explained numerous occasions that one of the main causes of the destruction of the temple was sinas chinam, baseless hatred of one Jew to the next. And the Rebbe explained that to remedy this, we need to show baseless love for one another. And you get rid of the cause, the symptom goes away. The symptom is fixed. You get rid of the cause, which was baseless hatred and which caused the destruction. That's the symptom. And you implement and you increase in loving a fellow Jew for no reason whatsoever, just the very fact that he's a Jew, just like you. This causes a reverse effect. It causes the rebuilding of the temple. May it be speedily in our days. In addition to this, in later years, the Rebbe explained that loving a fellow Jew is not just a remedy to the exile. Loving a fellow Jew for no reason, baselessly, is also a taste of the future. Loving a fellow Jew, when you have love and you show love toward another Jew, you're not simply rectifying the past, you're also bringing the future into the present. The future redemption, Mashiach, the Geula, is going to be absolute unity and love, and it's going to be beautiful is the wrong word. It's going to be over the top, insanely beautiful. We really can't even imagine. So when we have and show love for another Jew, this is a taste, a small taste of what it's going to be like in the future. So this is a general outlook of the Rebbe, that not to focus so much on the past. Yeah, if something needs to be fixed, you got to fix it. But more of looking forward and implementing the future into our day-to-day lives. May we experience this not as a taste, but it should be the full-fledged meal. We should have it says in the sources, we should have the Sher Habar, the ox, and the Leviathan, and the Leviathan, and we should have the big meal, and we should have this meal on Tisha B'Av, because we'll have the true and complete redemption, where, as we explained many times already, we're going to eat and feast and rejoice, and it's going to be a tremendous, major holiday. Have a great day.